guys. Welcome to another awesome episode. I am back. Well, technically, we are all back. It has been quite a while. I'm so excited to have you guys today. I will say this. Some technical difficulties are happening at the current moment, but as our motto is always that we are flexible-brained and we can always overcome this. So I hope that you guys are excited. I apologize. I'm looking everywhere at this point. We are going to be doing Youth Connect in over 3 weeks. We're finally back on track and going to be bringing you some awesome news. Now, for those who don't know, Youth Connect is a show where we're going to be sharing lots of interesting news with you, some gaming news, a little bit of cooking knowledge, some live music, interesting facts, but it's going to be absolutely awesome. And of course, we have Jeff and Logan with us today. Hello, Jeff. Hello, Logan.
Hello. Hello.
Good to see you guys. So I know this could be awesome, and I hope that you guys are ready. So first things first, if we're ready, I think we're back on track, ready to rumble. We are going to be starting off with some, of course, gaming news. Okay, so we're going to be bringing you some gaming news. I hope you're excited. So this is going to be a very interesting one. I'm going to be honest with you. I was trying to think of a game that we could choose where it was going to be something a little bit more on the fun side, but also a little bit on the free side, because I always talk about games that are costing money, and I could be talking about Mario Galaxy, but unfortunately, in my honest opinion, the prices of Nintendo games are a little bit high. So I've decided, why not choose a game that would be a little bit more on the better and more cheaper side? Because honestly, things are getting expensive. Now, let's keep it rolling. Today's game of the week, actually, oh my gosh, I'm pretty sure it's called Penguin Launcher, but I got to make sure one last time in my thing here. Indeed it is. So imagine this. You are a penguin, and life in the North Pole, it's freezing. It's dull, zero prospects, and you know what? It's time to break free. Find some actual fun, like in good old Yeti sports. Your tools, a bear buddy, and a bat. The classic saying goes, what can go wrong? From scorching deserts to a moose's butt, this ain't your average penguin vacation. You will be bouncing off bewildered seals, become a snowball of doom, hitch your ride on a whale, and surf on giant mushrooms. There's a lot of stuff. Successfully navigate a lake, bonus points, moose back riding, definitely a thing. Impale yourself on a pine tree, probably, but it's all in one game. And failure is an option because you will always fail. And you'll be eaten by piranhas, become a moose's new hat, get stuck in a tree, or even be possibly abducted by aliens. But hey, at least you'll fail in style. Who needs fish when you can have rocket power frying pans and the Infinity Gauntlet? The literal Infinity Gauntlet. You'll be picking your bats. From the humble frying pan to the Eiffel Tower, a trusty club is or the ultimate power glove. You can boost your launch power, flight, bounce, and max speed, and prepare for penguin launching mayhem. Now, in your quest for a better life, you may even reach space. So yeah, this game is bonkers. Now, I will say that this game is on the free side. It actually used to be a mobile game, and it was actually really good for its time. I absolutely love it. Now, I quickly did a recheck. They changed from Penguin Launchers to Bounce Masters. That's what they renamed themselves, to Bounce Masters. And honestly, if you guys want a free game, it's on Steam. They just released technically released the desktop version, which much more things more than the mobile version. And honestly, free game has a ton of achievements, has leaderboards as well. If you want a game that just really want to pass the time, I recommend that you check out Bounce Masters. Again, completely free. It's on mobile, but it's also now on Steam. It released as of today, 4 days ago, which is actually quite a while. Anyways, though, this has been your first gaming news. And next up, we are going to be having Logan with some cooking knowledge. What is it going to be? I'm so excited.
Hello, Youth Connect. Hi, I'm Logan. And for this week on Cooking News, a Toronto fine dining restaurant closes after only a year in operation. Goodfellas debuts a brand new pizza vending machine. And the Michelin star chef from Oakville is to represent Canada in an Italian competition. Starting off with our first story, the Lost Land was a fine dining restaurant located in Toronto that had a lot of promise. Being a collaborative effort between 3 chefs, some of them having worked in Michelin star restaurants, this restaurant should have been a huge success. Unfortunately, after opening to mixed reviews last year, the Lost Land quietly shuttered its doors after opening for only 1 year of operation. Its location has since already been replaced. The space is now occupied by Bar Filo, an Italian cocktail bar and restaurant which opened its doors last week. Here's hoping that this new restaurant can succeed unlike its predecessor. Now, for some more lighthearted news, we turn to Southern Ontario, where a Goodfellas pizza location has debuted something intriguing. A pizza vending machine. Sitting behind this restaurant on 29th Main Street South, this vending machine can dispense 4 different kinds of pizza: cheese, pepperoni, margherita, and capricciosa, which basically consists of a combination of stuff like artichokes, ham, mozzarella, and olives. Customers can also choose whether they want their pizza to be hot and fresh, or if they want it frozen so that they can take it home and reheat it themselves in their ovens. The vending machine is open 24/7, and the Goodfellas owner says that if they're successful, he will plan to open more vending machines throughout the GTA. Now, coming up to our final news story for this week, be sure to root for Victoria Rinsma, an Oakville resident and sous chef of the town's Michelin-starred Hexagon restaurant. Victoria is set to compete in this year's St. Pellegrino Young Chef Academy competition in Milan, Italy, having won the rights to represent Canada in this competition last year when she dominated the Canadian regional finals in order to qualify. Rensma has called her victory at the Canadian regional incredibly meaningful. She says that she is beyond excited to represent Canada in the Milan competition, which is to take place sometime later this month. But anyways, that's just about all the news stories I have for this week. Thank you all for listening, and back to you, Aiden.
Is quite interesting. You know what? I am really glad to see more of our community, I guess I should say, whether that be more of Canada based, going into those competitions. That's scary. I'm going to be honest with you. Like, if I went into an Asian cooking competition, I know for a fact that I don't think I would even succeed. So the fact that they're trying their best and they're going to go for that Italian competition, I want to see them at least get up in the ranks in there, and I wish them the best. Honestly, thank you so much, Logan. I absolutely love the news. It's fantastic. And I will say for that, I guess I should ask Jeff, are you intrigued? Would you ever enter an Italian cooking competition?
But not really. I'm not cooking's not really my thing.
Fair enough. And for the chef, Logan himself, would you participate in an Italian cooking competition? I should say a Michelin Italian cooking competition.
Well, I'm not exactly known for having any competitions off my back on my belt right now. I'd probably have to start somewhere smaller than that.
Fair enough. Fair enough. I feel like if you went into a competition, you definitely win. Anyways, again, thank you so much, Logan. Very, very important to have these news because you know what? Having cooking knowledge in general, definitely is something that people don't talk about. I don't hear people talking about the Canadian chefs and what they're participating in. Not at all. So the fact that you are discussing about it is very important. So thank you again, Logan. All right, time for your second gaming news. And of course, straight after that is going to be our community news. It's fan favorite. So after 30 plus years, longtime Mortal Kombat audio director Dan Forden is no longer a part of the team working on the fighting series. So the video game developer, famously known as the guy who pops in the corner and yells "Toasty" when uppercutting someone in a Mortal Kombat game, has left NetherRealm. You know, Forden posted on Instagram that Wednesday was actually his last day. So 2 days ago was his last day at the WB-owned studio behind a Mortal Kombat franchise. You know, previously Forden had worked at Midway Chicago, the predecessor to NetherRealm, and the studio that originally developed the Mortal Kombat games. And he's been working on every mainline entry in the franchise, starting with 1992's Mortal Kombat all the way up to 2023's Mortal Kombat 1. And honestly, it was absolutely amazing. If you guys know, or if you don't know, I should say, he's most famous for being the guy who popped in the corner of the screen during fights in Mortal Kombat 2 and yelled "Toasty" in a high-pitched voice. And this Easter egg continued in nearly every single subsequent game in the series, including some spin-offs and modern entries. And now his name is Toasty Dan, which is a really awesome name, as he's called online, has really left the franchise for good and has helped build over the last few decades. On Instagram, what's very amazing, though, guys, is that Forden shared a photo of what appears to be a bathroom inside the studio, and the mirror inside the bathroom is a little sticker of him yelling his favorite catchphrase as seen in Mortal Kombat 2. So, as he said, he felt loved, and he said the little touches that people left around the studio truly made me smile. I wouldn't have lasted 37 years in the industry if fans weren't out there playing the game we made. Thanks to all of you for supporting what we've done. Live long and toasty. Honestly, I can't tell you how detrimental this guy was. Mortal Kombat has been a huge part of gaming culture. And to be honest with you, if you don't know Mortal Kombat, that's perfectly fine. But if you do know Mortal Kombat, you should know about Toasty Dan. And you know what? For working 37 years, that's a really, really, really long time to work. And I'm very proud that he's taking the time and live long and toasty. I think that's a great quote. I think I will keep that quote in future times. But yeah, that was some gaming news, a bit of a sadder gaming news, but it was important, guys, because you know what? People move on, things move on, and you got to keep moving with the times. Anyways, just like moving with the times, we got to keep moving forward and to bring you your awesome time, which is, of course, community news. So let's start off with the big news. Our very own Jeffrey has applied as a music instructor and he got the job. I'm so proud of you, Jeff. And honestly, you are an amazing, amazing instructor. And I cannot wait to see. I don't know if I can participate in the classes. I wish I could, but I will be cheering you on the sidelines. And honestly, there's a reason why we work so hard, and this is one of the reasons. So congratulations to Jeff. You know, of course, our schedule was jam-packed. Every day was Chat Cafe, where we connected with friends, and we shared stories, sharing news, and of course, talking about our daily topic every morning. Our ICANN class or Discover classrooms on Monday specifically, we learned about recycled bottled water and sunlight, but we also learned about Alfredo Moser, the inventor of the Moser lamp, a plastic lamp that is bright enough to shine like a light bulb only during the day, but it's used using recycled materials. Honestly, amazing. It was created for those who lived in the slums, and it provides them with so much light that they can actually see inside their house. On Tuesday, we cooked a one-pot pasta. It was really delicious, and honestly, I would cook it again. Absolutely. Broccoli and cheese just go so good together. On Thursday, Monica, our Tabata queen, brought the energy. And oh my gosh, I almost forgot. Wednesday was Jeffrey, and Jeffrey practiced his kind of like his class that he was going to be teaching for future projects, much like what he practiced for that job. That's what he's going to be doing, guys. He's going to be teaching music to all amazing young minds. And honestly, it's going to be great. And of course, on Friday, we had our general knowledge quiz. Some other things that happened is also on Thursday specifically, our garden club cleared the garden, harvested squash and peppers, and of course, surprise potatoes. Honestly, guys, those potatoes were a last-minute option, and they were absolutely amazing. I wish I could have taken all the potatoes, but unfortunately, I had to share amongst my colleagues because sharing is caring. And of course, even more news. Can you believe it? There's so much news in our community. Our chef Logan is heading to Japan. I went to Japan, and now Logan's going to Japan. I wish you luck, Logan. I wish you to try out all the bunch of foods. And to be honest with you, try to not be me and eat curry and chicken cutlet every single day. It was a very bad habit of mine. Anyways, that's the end of our Super Ability Crew community news. And as per usual, let's keep working together as a community and growing stronger. Last but not least, let's keep the ball rolling because we have one final person up. And next up is Jeffrey with some live music.
Hello, everybody. Great to be back. I'm right here to bring you some live music. And I have a brand new song I'd like to share with you guys. This one's more of a dirty rock song. It's all about cleaning your room. So, which is kind of crazy if you don't like cleaning your room, but here's a song about it. Just sing about it, I mean. My bed is a laundry mountain. Can't find anything in this mess. The floor is my field socks. Guess I'm just tipped down around the stress. Every time I think about cleaning, my brain just says not today. There's Netflix that's scrolling. I'll put it off anyway. My room, my rules. Just funny, I will look for the kingdom. Don't care if I get by my wall. There's always tomorrow, right? There's a motto I live by. My room, my rules. Can you smell that awesome fall? desk is covered in gunk. There's mystery mugs on the shelf. I think one's growing in the garden. It's basically cleaning itself. Some people like it spotless, but where's the fun in that? I like my life a little messy. I think my socks are having a chat. My room, my rules. The dance boys are having a ball. My rule of the bloody kingdom. Don't care if I get on the wall. There's always tomorrow, right? That's the motto I live by. My room, my rules. And this is where I'll stay. My bed is a laundromat. Can't find anything, it's mess. The floor is a mudfield socks. Guess I'll tiptoe around the stress. Every time I think about cleaning, my brain just says, not today. There's Netflix, snacks, scrolling. I'll put it off anyway. My rules. The spies are having a ball. I'm the ruler of the bloody kingdom. Don't care if I get on my wall. There's always tomorrow, right? That's a motto I live by. My rules. Can you smell that awesome fall? Wow! My desk is covered in gunk. There's mystery mugs on the shelf. I think one's growing a garden. It's basically cleaning itself. Some people like it spotless, but where's the fun in that? I like my life a little messy. I think my socks are having a chat. My room, my rules. The dust mites are having a ball. I'm the ruler of the bloody kingdom. I don't care if I kept on my wall. There's always tomorrow, right? That's the motto I live by. My room, my rules. And that's the way that this is where I'll stay. My room, my rules. The dust mites are having a ball. I'm the ruler of the planet kingdom. I don't care if I get on my wall. There's always tomorrow, right? That's the motto I live by. My room, my rules. And this is where I'll stay. and this is where I'll stay. My room, this is where I'll stay. Thank you, everybody. This is Jeffrey, your musician. See you all next time. Back to you, Eden. Bye, everybody.
Jeff, that was one of the most awesome songs you have ever done. That made me smile. Me and Miss Judith were smiling. Mr. P was smiling. We were all smiling because that was absolutely awesome. My favorite part is when you went into those high notes. Let me just say that you are a pro. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. And you guys got a new Jeffrey original. Oh, what a great episode. Now, unfortunately, this does mark the end of our episode of Use Connect. If you did like Use Connect, I need you to like, comment, and subscribe.
And don't forget to click notification bell.
That's right, Jeff. Other than that, guys, I hope you guys have a great rest of your week. And we will see you, of course, in 2 weeks. Bye, guys.